Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are pleased to be here. We just want, first of all, to welcome you. And it's a great opportunity for us I want first to thank my delegation, the team of AEM, to give us this chance to present Cameroon economy policy and Somerset in the key priority sector. I'm here with other members of our delegation. We have four. We have the colleague in the Ministry of Public Works, the colleagues in Ministry of Small and Size Enterprise, and the colleague in the Ministry of Economy, Planification and Regional Development. So our presentation will focus certain points. First of all, we will present you the Cameroon profile, the situation of the country with key indicator. The second part will tell you how and why to invest in Cameroon, what incentive, what's the legal framework to do business, and what have been put in place, what reform have been done by government. And we also present you the key sector of the economic, because now Cameroon have adopted a master plan of industrialization, and in relate of this plan we have identified key sector that we need to invest in. So sorry.
C'est en anglais.
Oh, for those who don't know, Cameroon is in the Central African Republic. Near of, there is a big market near of Republic of Chad, and Nigeria. We have a big market of 120 million of inhabitants. We are situated in we have a geographic position in the north of Guinea. Country indicator, we have 22 billion inhabitants, 2.8 inhabitants per kilometers. We have a young population, and that means that we have a lot of opportunity. We are well educated. We have two languages, and this two language is an opportunity for all investment, because you can manage your business and share it in French or English. We have one currency. We have a stability change between euro. The growth rate for this 10 past year is average is of 5%. Import, we export a lot, and most of exportation is contain raw material, and now we are looking for investor to process that raw material. So we have a lot of potential in agri, in forestry, and in infrastructure sector. So we export petroleum, cocoa, coffee, woods, aluminium, banana, cottons. Have you seen we have our economic growth is still going on? I say since 2010, Cameroon adopt a strategy to enhance the growth and employment. And the economy is still grow. As you see, the secondary sector contribute at 37% in the gross domestic products. Some important statistic: we have about 7.3 million hectare arable land. So we are the 5th biggest exporter of cocoa. Coffee, we have the best coffee. Some of you, when we was in our stand, you feel that the Cameroon coffee is too much tasty. We have a lot of mineral resources. We export banana. And in the forest, we have a lot of wood. Why invest in Cameroon? Since this 10 past year, government did a big reform to ameliorate climate investment, to put in place legal framework to attract foreign direct investment. And why you have to invest in Cameroon? First of all, we are the largest economic in the sub-region, African Economic and Monetary Common Community. We are one of the countries in Africa enjoying the most peace and political stability. In the we are the member of France zone. It means that if you have a business in Cameroon, you are able, with free tax, to manage to be in relation to export your product in another country. We have a big market, as I said, of 300 million inhabitants. Cameroon is the 6th most attractive country in terms of investment attractive. This is the rank of World Bank. We are behind Ivory Coast, Kenya, Tanzania, Nigeria, and Zambia. This is due to all incentive measures that have been put in place by the government. We have this too much reform to be sure that our environment of business is attractive. We have also a big advantage for the education. Most of university, we have a big university who give so much training in engineering, marketing, law, and other sciences. At the institutional level, as I say, we have did too many reforms to put in place a platform of dialogue between private sector. All year, the government did hold a meeting with other private sector to see how can be done, how it can be ameliorated to make sure that anything is going well. We have created a national anti-commission. You know that we used to say there's too much corruption in Africa, but it's a issue we are trying to face on it. We are a member of Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative because we have a lot of potential in mining sector. In Cameroon, you have iron, you have nickel, you have diamond, you have gold, too much, and we have the second potential of iron in the world. Even in the diamond, we have and now we are looking for investor to exploit those resources. We are a member of Kimberley process. It means that there's transparency to export diamond because, as I say, we have a lot of diamond. In the regulation level, our economy is liberalized. We have simplified much of administrative processing. When you want to create an enterprise and put in place in 24 hours, you have all paper. And we have one place to give you those paper. We have put in place since 2030 a new law to give much incentive for investor. I will show you some major incentive. We have a new taxation code, but it's two-step. It means that from a year, for another year, there's no change. We have free zone in Cameroon. We have a law who encourage the investor to put in place a free economic zone. We have developed some tools to enhance the public and private partnerships, and the government, in relate of these tools, give infrastructure, bring out production factor, and some other facility to make investment relevant. In the other side, as I say, we have well-educated and bilingual workforce. The GDP, the economic growth is stable. Major investment are now doing in infrastructure, energy, roads, and railway. We have adopted a railway master plan, and we are looking for investors to be involved in that way. We also have optical fiber, and we are expand it on all the country. We have so much major projects in infrastructure. We have a deep sea, the biggest. We are in constructor in the sub-Saharan Africa region. We have 4 airports. We have 5 ports. And in the other hand, we are now looking for other projects in photovoltaic energy. And we have, as you say, a project to produce 500 megawatt of electricity. The project have been launched, and we benefit for the partner, for the contribution of World Bank and other financial and technical institutions. Our vision to 2035 is to be emergent. And for this, since 2010, government adopt a vision to bring out growth and employment. And this strategy will be end by 2020. After 2020 to 2035, we have to put in place a master plan of industrialization. Those documents are available. We will try to forward you and to see key sectors have been identified. We have 3 key sectors. Energy, because we have a potential of hydroelectricity. We have agro-industry. I tell you, we have many lands who are waiting to be exploited. We have raw material in various sectors. Our climate is, our geographic climate is able, an asset to develop agro-industry. We produce cocoa, beans, maize, coffee, cotton, and so on. We have also focuses in numeric sector, and we have a technopole in this sector who have been launched, and now we are looking for technical and financial partner. Alors, as I say, we have too much investment incentive in this, given by the recent law of investment, who have been put in place in 2030. So exemption from capital gain tax, exemption from duty from transfer property. When you come to do business, we don't ask you to involve all-time local partner, but it's even if it's an advantage, but you have to manage your business, transfer profit as you want, free tax, exemption to the payment of business license during the first 2 years, and when you are put the step when you put your enterprise, you have 10-year free exemption of profit tax. When you import equipment for the factory, you are free. You have free exemption. And so other exemption is about the fiscal reduction for the benefit and so on. We have incentive through the free trade zone regime, and this is some in exemption, but there's too much more. In the case of public-private investment, we use government give put in place facility to handle and bring out infrastructure to make sure that the energy is available, the road, and the other project. In the mining sector, since 2013, last year, we put in place, we adopt a new law to push to increase investment in the mining sector in the step of exploration to exploitation. there is too much, there's very facility give to investor. As you see, you are exempt for any tax when you exploit for the first. And the other point I want to add is that we have now launched a mapping for all the country to know the potential of all mineral have been did. In the gas sector, we always have some facility, and we have a lot of petrol. We export gas for the industry, and during the 5 years of installation, you benefit of some incentive. The petrol sector already has some advantage, some incentive, and we are member of the OPEC, Organization of Country who Produce Petrol. And we have identified key sectors who are open to investment. In the agriculture and agribusiness, we have too many opportunities in agriculture. We are a climate situation which is well. As I say before, we have more land to produce. We export much of raw material, but we aim to processing all this raw material to have more value add. Opportunity, we produce oil seeds, and now we don't import oil, vegetable oil in Cameroon because we produce oil in place. In rice, we have too many opportunity. In cassava, we produce around 2.3 million tons, and those are used to be exported. In mining and semi-processing, we have 52 type of mineral substance: gold, diamond, sapphire, graphite, diamond, and iron. We have a big project who have been launched in the iron sector with Australia, and now we have to put in place about 500 kilometers of railway. I mean, it's an opportunity to invest. In energy sector, we have many products. In the factory sector and services, I just want to show how the new law have bring out so much investment. In 2000 and since 30 years, we only have one factory in the cement plant who produce cement in Cameroon. But when they put in place the new law, we pass the production of cement go to 1.2 million to 4.2 million of tons. We have now 5 cement plants, and those investors come from Morocco, Turkish, Asian, and Nigeria. Wood production, also we are focused on wood production, and we have 2 advantages. In tourism, in housing, there's a big programs launched by the government to put in place about 1 million units of house. And we have started with the Italian investor, Pizzarutti, who is the biggest investor in those sector. He is going to put in place 10,000 housing. Just to give but it's not explicit, we have a bank of project here. We will have that. We have the time to share with you some key projects in various sectors. This is IC sector. how to start business. We have a agency, investment promoting agency. When you are in Cameroon, in all airports, we have office there to welcome all investor. In the taxation, I mean, it's not real. I will pass through this just to show you that we have many companies, multinational in the country. In the agri sector, we have the biggest corporation in the world who are involved in this sector, mining sector, forestry, agro-industry, and road construction. So I mean, I've passed rapidly through the slide, but we are sure that when we ask question, we have something else to add. So thank you for your attention, and we are here, all of members of the delegation, to answer any question and to give you information about economy policy and asset in Cameroon. Thank you. Okay, we are now in the step of question. There is any question? Yes?
Thank you. That was quite comprehensive introduction to your nation's investment incentive and sectors for attracting foreign investment. I just have a very simple query. On the presentation, I noticed at the bottom of each slide, or most of the slides, there was a mention of a strategic railway master plan. That these were parts of that. I don't understand where that fits in, because what you showed was a lot more comprehensive than just relating to railways. Or is this, all these incentives, how are they related to your master railway plan?
Okay. We'll take 3 questions, or we'll answer this question. As I say, we have master plan in various domains. Railway, we have a master plan for energy, to put in place hydroelectric projects. We have also a master plan of industrialization, which links for the other plants to, and the key point was the legal framework that have been put in place to be sure that the incentive we give is for this key sector: energy, numeric, and agro-industry. So we have a copy of those documents here. We can just give you the link. I don't know if I give the answer of your question.
Okay, so what you showed was some incentives. I mean, I don't know if you have.
It was not all incentive.
Yeah, it's not all to do with just the railways. It's to do with different sectors and different industries.
Yes,
for there was some mention of agriculture, and I think on the same slide I saw the railway master plan, so I was a bit confused because I couldn't see the connection between railways and agriculture, not directly anyway.
Yes, in the railway, the way the tool have been put in place is the partner, public-private partner. And because the return of investment have a long period, government give a guarantee to make sure that all money who are involved can be returned. So in this case of the master plan of the rail, all projects will be handled by public-private investment tools. So we have some information. I can give you the link to go there and see how it's expected for the private sector who are interested in that plant, and what can be done by the government to make investment relevant in that plant. Okay. Do you have any question else?
Hello, good morning. Good presentation. My name is Siddiq. I'm from Nigeria. I was wondering what kind of programs we have as far as aviation or transportation industry. I heard you talk about railway. What about general transportation issues or concern or investments, especially aviation industry?
Okay, thank you. I'm here with some colleague. I don't know if my colleague, the Minister of Public Works, can give answer, but just let me say that we have 2 projects in airport. We want to extend the airport of Douala, and we have 5 regions that we have about, let me say, about 4 projects of airport. Even in sea, as I say, we are trying to put in place deep sea in the Kribi region, and now we have about 36,000 hectares of land who are behind that zone, and we need investors to put in place infrastructure and other things. We give you a link that you will go there and see. So, can we return on the presentation, please? Put on the last slide. The last. So this is the website. If you go through this website, you will see all, you have key information, all legal framework that we put in place, all infrastructural and mining, agri projects, big projects on, and all facility can be given for investor to manage their business. Thank you for this question.
Sorry, you just mentioned the expansion of the airport in Douala, but how does it work exactly? Does it go to an international tender? What is the procedure?
Okay, thank you. I have my colleague in public work ministry. How do we project to make, I just want to say that in the various infrastructure projects, government launch a tender, or if you are an investor who are interested for this kind of project, you come in Cameroon, you can present a preliminary feasibility study on the project. We sign with you a MOA, Memorandum of Agreement, to make sure that at the end of the process, when you put money to do a feasibility study, we sign an MOA to secure the investment and make sure that at the end of your feasibility study, government will give you an agreement for public-private contract. And for this, there are a lot of facilities who have been put in place. I don't know if I've answered your question. Or for, yes, so
in terms of the visibility studies, the private partner has to finance the visibility study.
Yes.
The visibility studies are not made by, are not done at the moment for these specific projects. Is that is a question? Is a question?
Okay, my colleague wants to add something.
Yes, good morning everybody. My name is Ayuba. I am from the Ministry of Economy. I am the one who is working in the cooperation sector. So once you have an intention to invest in Cameroon, you have to make known your intention. You write, and it could be a letter. You read it to Minister of Economy, and you could say that in this sector you present your company, you present what you have done everywhere in the world, and you send the letter to the Minister of Economy. That sector we identify we look forward your file, and you studied if it's going on of our priority, that we'll accept it and we can go forward discussion. As he said, we begin with, if this is the first time, we begin with signing the memorandum of understanding so that we can say, okay, in this side, look at what we are going to do in Cameroon, and by the side of government, we tell you it's okay, there is no problem, and we can go on. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I don't know if that member want to add something.
On va tous parler. Hein. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Z. Patricia. Director of SMEs in my country. I want to say one thing. Cameroon is a big country now because a lot of facilities for investment to improve business in our country is now. So we invite you to come in Cameroon. We cannot fail in your business because now we have resources, natural resources in our like mine, like gas, like iron. Yes, a lot of resources in our country. We cannot fail in your business. But now to improve climate business, government has made a lot of reforms. For example, now you can create your enterprise in our country in 24 hours. It means one day. But now we can create your enterprise online. So it's a very big reform in our country. So I can to get land, for example, to construct your
factory.
Your factory. Administrative procedures are now very easily. So I have one thing to tell you: come in Cameroon. Come with your investment and you will not fail in our country. If you are there, is to communicate about it, is to tell you that you have a lot of opportunities in this country. I know everybody here knows something about Cameroon, for example, about our team football, our football team. So Cameroon is a big country. You cannot fail in your business. Thank you.
Yes, you want to add something?
Yes, contrary to my dear compatriots, I will speak in French because Cameroon is a bilingual country. Je voulais dire que sur le domaine des infrastructures, la construction des infrastructures routières, ferroviaires ou portuaires, le Cameroun est en chantier, puisque dans notre vision, nous avons sur le plan national un réseau routier de plus de 120 000 km de route. Et à l'heure actuelle, nous avons à peine 7 000 qui sont bitumés. Donc, c'est dire qu'il reste encore beaucoup à faire. Et comment est-ce que les investisseurs peuvent bénéficier de ces opportunités? Nous avons une première catégorie de projets qui sont financés par le gouvernement ou avec l'appui de nos partenaires financiers. Et dans ce cas, le gouvernement lance des appels d'offres. Et là, les opportunités qui sont saisies par les entreprises privées, c'est de soumissionner à ces appels d'offres et de gagner les marchés qu'ils peuvent réaliser et gagner leur part de financement aussi. Maintenant, pour ce qui est des projets, il existe une autre catégorie où les partenaires peuvent apporter des financements et parce qu'ils sont ceux qui les ont mis à notre disposition, ils sont donc prioritaires pour gagner ces marchés et pouvoir entrer donc en retour d'investissement après avoir réalisé leur projet. Et également, pour les grands projets d'infrastructure, le mode de financement en PPP, où le partenaire privé et le partenaire public se mettent ensemble pour partager un certain nombre de risques. C'est le cas des projets de construction de l'autoroute de Yaoundé-Douala, qui sera fait en PPP, le cas du projet de construction de l'autoroute Edeya-Kribi, Douala-Limbe et Douala-Bafoussam. Il est question donc de desservir la grande zone portuaire, le port de Douala, le port de Limbe et le futur port de Kribi. Donc c'est pour dire que le Cameroun est une terre d'accueil. Il y a beaucoup à faire. Nous sommes encore en train de construire le pays. Donc il y a beaucoup d'opportunités. Venez, le Cameroun est un bon risque. Vous n'allez pas regretter d'avoir investi chez nous. Merci.
Just to present you the Director General of National Coffee and Cocoa, who is here. The director is the one who handled the exportation, the commercialization of the cocoa. And when you were in the stand of Cameroon, you see that our coffee is well tested and the cocoa, they show you. I don't know if his collaborator want to add something, but just to give you a figure that my colleague in Ministry of Public Works have said, we have to put in place 120,000 kilometers of roads, and now we have just realized 7,000 hectares of roads. So it's meaning that there is more opportunity in the road infrastructure. So go. You want to add something, and we will close this session. Okay.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I came in a little bit late. I am the Managing Director of the National Cocoa and Coffee Board of Cameroon. And like my colleagues have said, beyond infrastructure, Cameroon is basically an agricultural country. We produce all kinds of products from the north to the south because our natural endowment, ecological difference from the north to the south. We grow bananas, we grow cocoa, we grow coffee, we export timber, we grow rubber. You name it. Like we said, like we've said, Cameroon is an opportunity for people who want to invest. We have a young population, very dynamic, very educated. We have a very stable government in place. The various tax opportunities are available to encourage investments. So you're all welcome. You've tasted our coffee for the last 3 days. It's one of the best in the world. I can guarantee you that. We also produce some of the best cocoa in the world. So the opportunity is there for those who are interested, and you are welcome to Cameroon anytime. Thank you.
Okay, if there's no more question, we want to thank you all.
Okay. On a des petits cadeaux. On a des petits cadeaux.
Okay.
Okay, my name is Paul Yumbi. I'm from Cameroon. The representative of the Public Works said that there are many projects in Cameroon. Some of them are already initiated by the government, and those projects are on the, let's say, open tender, so each company can come and compete. And there are also other projects where the investor may initiate the project himself, where they will do the feasibility studies and they will present it to the government, and they will have the priority on those. So is it possible for someone to have access to the information about the projects that are already initiated by the government and which are on open tender, and those sectors where there are some specific needs, where the investor could come and initiate the project, do the feasibility study and present a detailed plan? Is there a place where we could go and get those information, please?
Yes.
Thank you for this question. The first part of the question will be answered by my colleague of Ministry of Economy.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your question. Yes, of course, there is a place that where we could get all this information. It is the Ministry of Economy, and we have also a national statistic board that you can get all information about project about population growth, about economic growth needs, and in our minister we have a kind of bank of project, a bank of project that needs investment, and we also have the list of projects that has been already realized. So if you come to the Ministry of Economy, You ask, you can get all information that you need. My colleague gave you my own business card. If you want another complementary information, you can send me an email and we'll ask for you at in the time that you wish. Another thing that I would like to add is that, you know, today we have put in place a ministry regarding the process of procurement. A ministry do only procurement. This ministry is lodged inside the presidency. That means it's a big reform. But by the last time, it was in an authority under the Prime Minister's office. But now it is an own ministry regarding the procurement. And the process is now very easily. Once they have put in place a contract, it published, it's spent in the site of this ministry, the tendering offer. The tendering offer, international tendering offer, is published in this site of the Ministry of Procurement. And also, what I would like to add is that here we come with many projects that already have feasibility study. Yes, if you in various sectors, we have in agriculture sector, agribusiness, we have in mining sector, we have in public works, we have, I think, 2 or 3 ready projects that needs just financement. All study has been done. So if you want to, you can, after this country presentation, you can address us and you can look forward, you can look that after this project and we can discuss
about it.
Yes, about it. Yes. And the final thing that I would like to add is that, you know, Cameroon, we have opportunities in all sectors. All sectors. In tourism, we are called Afrique in miniature. That means you can find in Cameroon all opportunity that you find in Africa. And Cameroon is situated in Central Africa. So if you invest in Cameroon, you are investing in Africa. Because it is easy to go South Africa, it's easy to go North Africa, it is easy to go East and West. So Cameroon is in Central Africa.
We are the heart of Africa.
Yes. And other thing that I would like to add is we have seaport. We have seaport that is a good argument to invest in Cameroon, because once you do your investment, you can export it easily because we have seaport and we have also railway. So we invite you to invest in Cameroon. And as my colleague said, you cannot fail if you invest in Cameroon. And Cameroon is a hospital country. If you come, when you come one time in Cameroon, you want to come again.
Again and again.
Yes, again and again.
Okay, thank you. I don't know if there's more question. Yes, go on.
Yes, now to be specific about the airport project, because you said about, I don't know whether it's the extension of the existing Douala Airport project or is a completely new project. Because when I was reading through some document that I got yesterday, it seems like this airport project will be the one linked to the Kribi deep sea port. I don't know whether I'm correct. Is this project already, do we have already some feasibility study? Do we already have at least the location where this airport will be placed? If you have those information, or where can we get those information?
On a dit non. Le ministre de l'économie, on a dit qu'il se rapproche de toi, non? C'est le ministre de l'économie qui centralise tout.
No,
qu'il te contacte, qu'il entre en contact.
Please, sorry. We have, as I say, there's a website for the Ministry of Economic. All projects we have launched in PPP, private-public partner, are in the website, but especially for the Douala Airport, we expect to put in place a new airport. It's a new airport, and in the Kribi, with the Kribi Deep Sea project port, we have already have an airport there, a project to build an airport there. So just to make that, we have did some extension to modernize the Douala existing airport, but there's a new project on the airport, and we can go through discussion after the country presentation. We have a bank of project here. As you say, we have a new industrial master plant, and we have, 100 idea of projects that can be put in place. And those of that project have already feasibility study and business plan. So we're getting here. So if there's not more question, I just want to thank you for your attention, and we are waiting for you. You are still here. We will move on Dubai in Friday. We have 2 days and we are free. We are available for any discussion to go through key project and to make sure that when we return with concrete offer for project in Cameroon. Thank you for your attention.